Welcome to my designer class. My name is Mercy and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to tap on the bell for notifications. Welcome to my Paper Pumpkin alternate card tutorial. Today I'm using the April 2018 kit, You Are My Anchor. In the 3 cards I've added one color not included in the kit. Colors include Real Red, Daffodil Delight, and Crumb Cake. So this is the one I started and I thought it turned out really well. And as you can see, I used the accessories included in the kit. So I will set these aside and we will be focusing on this one. I also wanted to show you the instructions that are included, and some of their ideas are very cute, but I actually really like having full-size cards and tend to use them more. The colors they suggested are Calypso Coral, Island Indigo, and Pool Party, which I have also used. Okay, so getting right down to business, I cut a full-size card out of the Island Indigo, and I took the envelope and cut it down. Now, I kind of thought this was sort of cool. It makes it look like little gateways, and of course, since it's the sea theme, I think that works pretty well. I took Real Red cardstock and I stamped on the edges here, thanks. This will be a thank you note, and I will go ahead and adhere those. I'll just use a little snail, and if I can, this works well until it doesn't work well. And you have to kind of get it going. So, and I'm getting a little bit here. So basically you just want to get it lined up and make it pretty straight here. And if you have any excess, you have to cut it off, but hopefully we won't have that. And if we do, you'll still get an idea of how I made the card. Okay, and of course you want to try to make these as even as you can so that it looks uniform. All right, next I will add the twine so that, oh, here's my card. I just wanted to look at, okay, the pattern so I don't forget. What I did was I added the little anchor in here. I strung it through. And the one I used, I actually hand stamped myself with the Calypso Coral. So if you are running out, they include that stamp of the anchor, which is really cool. So you can make pretty much a lot of different cards if you have the color scheme and the cardstock. With the cardstock in, if you had like the Calypso Coral. So anyhow, I did add the dimensionals here because it takes a little time to add that. So to save time, but you can see kind of how the card is put together. I just, oh, I kind of, oh, I see what I happened. It's okay. All right, so I'm just going to set this here, and I'm going to trim my extra rope, if you will, and we will put this on the back. I will just use a little bit of the tear tape because I need it thick enough. If it's too thin, then what happens is it will come loose, and we don't want that happening. That would be really bad. And when you have the rope like it is, it doesn't lay as flush, so you have to make a few adjustments just to make sure that things don't come loose. All right. Got to put it the right direction. Now, you could actually put everything on the front that you were planning on and then add this, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it on right now. And I will add the lighthouse and the sentiment. Now that I have that part done, the card is almost complete, and I hope you give this a try. I always enjoy watching other people's alternate ideas, and this time I did not watch any, so all these ideas are original as far as it goes, as much as possible. I mean, considering it's the stamp set is of course not mine. So I hope you enjoy it and get it. So that's the first one that I put together, and I think it looks pretty cool. All right, the next one, oh, I almost forgot. Inside, because it's such a dark envelope, I did stamp this, and this was a stamp that was included, which I thought was really cute. It's like a wave and a little boat. So I will quickly add that, and then we'll move on to the next card. So I just have put some tear tape on ahead of time just to save some time, because everyone knows how to use tape if you're watching this. Okay, so there we go. That's the first one. Next one we're going to do is this card right here, and I will get started with that. This is Daffodil Delight cardstock added, and I thought it really added a neat little element, made it bright and cheerful. And of course the base is Pool Party. The sizes, the note card, I just cut about 1/4 on either side. So it was this card cut down a little bit here and here. I'll set that aside. And I will now show you the cardstock. I used Daffodil Delight, and I stamped along here with the star and the anchor to the base. And I think that turned out cute. So what I do first is, instead of adhering here, I first started by putting it on this card. I don't think it's very noticeable, the line here, once you have it on and all the elements on. So I don't think anyone will notice that. So I'm putting my tape down, and I do like this tear tape, so I'm using at least 2 pieces, but I definitely like using the snail. It's faster, and if you add some of the other, you pretty much are guaranteed it will definitely hold. Okay, so now I will just go ahead and center this on the card, and I will now use the elements that I added. Okay, so this was the stitched oval I used here, and it's the second largest one. I also have a few other goodies in here. I did hand stamp this one, but unfortunately they don't have the lifesaver, so that was part of the kit, which is fine. I don't mind using it that way. And I also have a little accent here if we want to use that. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this down. And I'm just going to center it about here. I kind of like having it come down a little bit, but not a ton. And as you can see, I stamped here with the stamp they have included. All the stamps that I used are included. Right here, it's like a little birds, I guess. So I thought that was cute, and it actually kind of fitted on. I did want to mention that I stamped actually everything, the ahoy and the birds, after I cut it out, because it's not too hard to stamp. You could do one and then cut it out, or die cut it, but you definitely need to kind of have an idea. So anyway, I tried to have this showing, but also have this showing the words. Okay, next comes the Lifesaver. And I will use my tear tape. Oh, I don't like getting this on here. But if you rub it, it comes balls up kind of. Okay. So I put this like this. I thought that looked the most pleasing, but it doesn't really matter. This is fairly forgiving. And I did not put the little dimensionals on, which I will quickly do. These are really cute. These are the mini ones that were included. And I haven't tried them before, but I'm definitely liking them. So I do recommend it. It's good for this kit. The large ones you can cut down, but it is more convenient to use the mini, I have to say, for this project. Okay. You're a real lifesaver, it says, and I thought that was cute. I do like these puns. I think they're funny. Some people might disagree, but I think they're funny. I'm going to quickly add the bow here, and this is where these glue dots actually really come in handy. I don't really use them that much with these Piper pumpkin kits until something like this. And I just added the bow here. Okay, the only thing left is to add the heart, which I won't bother you with. I did use the glue dot with the other one. So there we have card number 2. One more card left, and I, in many respects, thought this was my favorite. So I will bring that out. And I used the crumb cake here as the alternate color. And I thought it's just a very nautical color to use. So I'll show you that card next. Okay, so I will get my, okay, so for the wave, I cut it out with the seasonal layers die. So right here, and then I stamped with the stamp set here that was included, the little wheel for a ship. Okay, and then I also used the second largest scalped layers circle framelit. So I will set that aside. And the Island Indigo strip down here, I used 1 by 5.5, and I just adhered it. One trick to remember is if you put a little tape here and then fold it over, then you'll make sure you get it straight. I definitely recommend that, because who wants a crooked card and who wants to try to fix it? Okay, so without further ado, I will continue to assemble this card and we will be done. I thought this was adorable. This was actually included in the kit, and I definitely wanted to utilize that. So if you agree with me, I think it is just so cool. Anyhow, if you're enjoying this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. I am new to making tutorials, so I apologize if I stumble a bit, but I hope you enjoyed the ideas. And if you ever want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, please list me as your demonstrator. I would definitely appreciate that. I think that the Paper Pumpkin is definitely a good value if you ever wanted to try it out. They often have great deals, especially for first-time subscribers. Right now they have a deal that if you subscribe for the monthly kit, you can get it at half price, which is very nice. It's a great way to start and try it out. Okay, so I don't want this too, so I found that it's better just to put it on and then try to get it straight here. I probably will add a little tear tape because we just want to make sure that nothing bad happens and it comes loose, because that would be awful. You don't want cards coming apart. So it goes right up here. I did, I want to make sure that's straight. I did notch here to make sure this doesn't like slide. I don't know if you can see the notch here. I used my little punch here, and for this one I stamped and I did punch it out with this punch just to make sure that it looks like all the ones that were included in the kit. I'm not sure the size of that punch. It's not a big one like for a binder, but it's not the smallest either. I got it a long time ago. And it's nice to use tools that you sometimes don't use a ton. Okay, so there we have that card. And I will show the cards once again so that you can have one last look at the cards we made and the alternate ideas, and I really hope you will give it a try. Again, this is the April 2018 kit, and here's some of the stuff that was included. I just wanted to show that real quick. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I would love to earn your business. Please email me at mewants3@gmail.com. Thanks and happy stamping.